Hello, welcome back. So for today's video, we're going to be doing some nails. So these are acrylic nails, the tip and dip version, and I'm going to be using the Sassy Saints Nail Kit. First impressions of this kit is very luxury. It screams luxury, like the colours and everything. It is very, very beautiful to look at actually. So you get everything you need in this kit. So we've got all 4 steps that we're going to use. We've got the base coat, the top coat, the activator, and also the brush cleaner as well. Then you get a choice of 3 colours. There's so many to choose from, but I went for quite nude, sort of neutral colours, well, pinky neutral. So I got a plain baby pink, a sparkly pink, and then a nude shade. There's also a spare brush lid in here, which is very handy. A little brush to dust off your powder, a cuticle oil and primer, and a file, and also a cuticle pusher as well. This is really nice quality too. So this is what my nails look like beforehand. Not great, I'll be honest, but they're a lot better than they used to be, trust me. I'm a nibbler, not my nails, but I nibble the skin around the edge, which I wish I didn't. So we're gonna go ahead and prep them now. Taking the cuticle pusher very gently, I'm just pushing obviously around the cuticle area just to remove any excess skin. We don't want anything like that on the nail plate because it's gonna cause them to lift. Then I'm taking the soft side of the file and just going around the cuticle area again, just in case there's any stubborn bits that are left on the nail plate, just to get rid of it completely, and just gently, very gently buffing over the top. You don't want to go through too many layers of the nail, make them sore. So I'm going to be using tips. These ones are just from Primark, and I'm just sizing them up first. As you can see, they're quite flush with the sides, so they fit really nicely. And then I'm going to apply the glue to the actual tip, just giving a little wiggle, and then I press down, as you can see, from the bottom to the top, if that makes sense. It just gets rid of any air bubbles or anything. Just make sure it's nice and flush, and yeah, sticks better. I'll just show you again on another nail, just so you can see, just very quickly. But yeah, it's really easy to do this bit. Just where the little well is, just make sure that that's on the nail, and then anything beyond that isn't, if you know what I mean. So yeah, you can see how I've applied them. Sorry, it's blurred, but yeah, there's a nice curve to them. I'm just going to cut them to my desired length like that, and I'm going to do them almond. So I'm going to basically do them all to the centre. And then when I've finished doing the sides, I'm going to get the file and kind of just round it off a little bit. I don't like them too pointy, so I like them to be more of an almond shape. Just like that. And then, this isn't necessary, but I like to do it. I'm going to just buff the plastic nail into my own nail, just so it's a bit more flush, and it makes it so much easier when you apply the product as well, because you don't get any lumpy bumpy bits, and at the end when you buff them, it's way easier. Like that. Brilliant. So we're going to go ahead and prime them now. We're going to use this double-ended stick thing, which is brilliant actually. And as you can see, it's got like a little doe foot, which is great because you can really get into those little nooks and crannies. So we'll go ahead and do the nails now. So I'm taking the base coat, and I've got these 2 powders. I'm not doing the nude one, so I've got the I think this one's the sparkly pink, and then the baby pink one. We're going to go between these 2. I'm going to do a little bit of simple art on them as well. I didn't order a clear, which is, yeah, my fault, so I'm just going to use the one that I normally use. The powders with these are obviously acrylic powders, but they're much more finely milled, so that's why they're better for dipping rather than you know, standard acrylic powders. So I'm going to go ahead and put the base coat on. Don't overload the brush. That's when you're going to get flooding on the cuticle. It's going to make it much harder for you at the end when you come to finish them off. Yeah, just coat the nail, and then I like to dip into a clear just for a base coat. If you've got really pigmented colours, they can stain the nail plate, which is why I like to do this. It's almost like, you know, if you're doing gel polish or normal polish, you'll use a clear base coat. So just dusting that off with a little brush, and then we'll go ahead and do the colours. So I'm going to use the sparkly pink on my thumb and my little pinky finger. And yeah, basically just the same. So just using the base coat, still the base coat, and again, don't overload the brush. Do a nice kind of thin-ish layer on there. And then we're going to dip into the powder again. Now, top tip, these are quite small-ish pots, I would say. If you can't, like the thumb's obviously quite big, just tip it into the lid and then just sprinkle it on the bits that you missed. So that's those 2 fingers done now. So we're going to do the 3 in the middle. I'm going in with this beautiful baby pink colour. It's really nice, actually. Beautiful. And we're going to do, as I say, these 3 in the middle just here. Exactly the same method. So base coat and then dip into the powder. So when I do this, I'm going to be doing this, no, not this one, the ring finger. I'm going to be putting the glitter on. So I'm only doing, I think, 1 coat of the pink on that one. And then the other 2, I've done 3 coats. So using the activator, you just plonk it on. You don't have to be neat, just make sure you get all of it. So yeah, put plenty on because this is what's going to set the acrylic. And then we're going to use these cute Bambi stickers. I'm going to Disney, so they're going to be Disney themed. So we'll do that glitter now first. So base coat again, because it's basically like a glue. So it's great because you can obviously apply this and then sprinkle the glitter over the top and it's going to stick. So again, I like to use a bit of paper so that I can, you know, like you did in school, like put it back into the bag. But yeah, and then just using my finger just to press it into the base coat again. And then I like to use the end of the cuticle pusher just to, you know, remove any excess bits of glitter, or this is quite a chunky one so I can push it back up. Going back over with the base coat again, and we are going to cap that with some clear. And then activator. So once again, we're going to settle that down so it becomes nice and hard. So these 2 are the ones I'm putting the stickers on. So I am just going to smooth them first. Obviously you don't want them to be all bumpy underneath the stickers because they're going to look weird. So make them nice and smooth. And then I'm going to start off with this really cute little Bambi head. I love these, they're adorable. We're going to pop that one at the bottom of the nail there. And then I'm gonna get one of the little butterfly stickers and just put that on that gap there at the top as well. These are really sticky. They were sticking to the cuticle pusher, so I was like, oh, come on. I'm just pressing it down as well, just to make sure it's, you know, completely stuck to the nail. So yeah, this is the little butterfly sticker that I'm gonna use. So I'm gonna put it at an angle just above. I can't get over how sticky these are. These are really good, you know. I got these from a little indie brand online. I'll link them below. I'll link everything below for you. So there we go. Perfect. And then on the ring finger, I decided to go with Thumper. Adorable. So I'm going to put that one more in the centre. Then as we did with the glitter, we're going to cap those, so completely coat them basically in the clear again, just to seal them in and activate, of course. Fabulous. So while they're setting, I'm going to go ahead and do the other hand, and then I'm going to come back and finish them off. So just like I showed you before, I put the stickers on, just going over them like round the edges, making sure they're not rough. And then I'm going to take a sanding block and just make sure they're really nice and smooth. So now we can go over with the top coat to finish them off nicely. These go really shiny. You don't cure this or anything, it air dries. So just make sure you give it a good, I would say 10 minutes, just to make sure they're completely dry before you touch them. Finishing off with some cuticle oil out of that snazzy little dual-ended thing, and here's how they look. I'm really pleased with these, perfect length for me as well. Look how shiny they are. I would highly recommend this kit, it's absolutely brilliant, even for beginners. As always, I'll link the products in the description box below for you, along with any discount codes. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed watching, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more content from me in the future. Thanks for watching. Bye!